I'm Sheena Larson, and today I'm going to be going over how to sharpen some of our dental instruments. So I have a scaler, a universal curette, and an elevator, and I have the sharpening stone, some sharpening oil. Unfortunately, because my clinic sends our instruments away to be sharpened, I don't actually have a conical sharpening stone. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to pretend that this here is the conical sharpening stone. The conical sharpening stone is used to get rid of burrs and everything from the instruments, which I will show you. And I'm going to be using this syringe casing to test the sharpness of our instruments. So this will be used to see if it catches, and right now it's not, it's just sliding, so you can tell that this is a very dull instrument, so we're going to sharpen it. So to start off with, I'm going to be sharpening the scaler, and I'm going to put one or two drops of the oil onto the sharpening stone, and I'm just going to take the piece of gauze and I'm going to spread it out so that our oil is more dispersed, so that it's not all in one place. And I'm going to take my scaler, and I'm going to use the clock that is behind the camera, and I'm going to line up the distal shank. So this part here, I'm going to make sure that that's vertical, and I'm going to be angling using the 1 and the 11 on the clock in behind the camera. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to hold that up, and I am going to go at the 1, and I want to make sure that I am ending on the downstroke, so down like that. And now I'm going to switch hands. Oh, and I do want, making sure I'm getting my angle right, I do want to move towards the tip to make sure that the tip stays a sharp point. So now I'm going to switch hands so that you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to line up my angle. Here I'm going with the 11, and I'm going to go up and down, working towards the point where we had our oil. Pardon me. There we go. And at this point, I would take my conical stone, and I would use this to get rid of any burrs that we may have. And I can test the sharpness by going here. And it should catch. So it's sharper than it was. It's not fully sharp, so I'm just going to do that again. moving that to that angle. And then there, lining it up with the 11. That angle there. Ending on the downstroke. Taking my pretend conical one, getting rid of any burrs. And then, yeah. So now I'm going to be demonstrating how to sharpen a universal curette. So we have exactly the same tools. We have the sharpening stone. I'm just going to add another couple of drops of oil, just spread that around. And we have my makeshift conical sharpening stone and the syringe case to test our sharpness. And the curettes operate in a similar way in that I'm going to have the distal shaft here vertically. I'm going to line it up with the clock, and I'm going to line the stone up with 1 o'clock, and I am going to sharpen that edge here. And with the curettes, I really want to make sure that I go to the front and get that rounded toe. And I'm going to go back, and I'm making sure that I'm lined up with the 1 o'clock and end on the downstroke. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to turn the curette now so that it's facing me, and I'm going to switch hands. And now I'm going to repeat the process, and I'm going to be lining it up with the 11. So I'm going to be repeating that process. Going and making sure that I get that rounded toe. There we go. And end on the downstroke. So now I would take my conical one and just get rid of any burrs. So now I want to test the sharpness. Then you can tell from that that is nice and sharp. So now I'm going to be sharpening the Gracie curette, and I'm going to be starting off by adding some of the sharpening oil to the stone, and just using the piece of gauze here to spread that oil around. And now I am going to take the curette here and use my sharpening guide, and I'm going to line up the distal shank, sorry, with the central black line. And for the Gracie curettes, I'm going to be going at the angle of the green line. So I want the tip there, and I want it perpendicular to the floor. And I'm just going to take the stone here and I'm going to follow that green angle. Trying to keep everything as consistent as I can to make sure that the angle stays consistent, and end on the downstroke. And then I would take my conical sharpening stone and get rid of any burrs, and I would test to make sure that it's sharp. So the fact that it is catching and not sliding smoothly shows that the Gracie Curette is sharp. So now I'm going to be sharpening the elevator. We're going to, I've already applied the oil, and we're going to be holding it with that, the concave edge out, and I'm going to be holding it at roughly a 45-degree angle, and I want to make a smile. So I want to rotate and I want to get a good smile motion. And then I would take my conical sharpening stone and I would get rid of any burrs or anything that way. And I'm going to check to make sure that it's sharp. And you can see there, it digs in, it doesn't want to slide, so this is a sharp elevator.